Good morning and welcome everyone to the College of Arts and Humanities at Fresno State. I'm Honora Chapman, Interim Dean of the College of Arts and Humanities.
And I'm Dr. Sergio Laporta, Interim Associate Dean of the college.
Today is the fourth annual day of giving, and we are excited to have you with us as we explore inspiration through our marvelous disciplines.
Throughout this presentation, if you have any questions, we ask that you add them to the Q&A. We will work to answer questions within the Q&A or at the end of the presentation. We also want to call attention to the chat area. We will be adding links and monitoring the chat throughout the presentation.
So relax and get ready as your tour guide, Miguel, guides you through our land of endless inspiration. Take it away, Miguel.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman. I'm Miguel Gastelum, the University Theater Box Office Manager and Communications Specialist. And I'm excited to show you around the College of Arts and Humanities. But first, we need to check in, mask up, go to campus, and get our temperature checked. It's been so long since I've heard live music, and I have something very special I'm excited to show you. Let's check this out. Hear that? It's right over here. Wow, that was something. This semester, only 2 ensembles have been allowed to meet live, but the music department has been working with university administrators and the health department. And next semester, more ensembles will now be rehearsing outdoors with instrument covers, masks, and social distancing to keep everyone safe. Some say music is the language of the soul, and learning a language is like getting a new soul. So it's no wonder that one of this year's Dean's Council Scholarship recipients, supported in part by Day of Giving funds, is music major and French minor Bailey Roberts. Bailey says, quote, "The Dean's Council Scholarship helps me pursue my professional goals by relieving some of the financial pressure I face when paying for college. Here's what faculty in the Department of Modern and Classical Language and Literatures, or MCLL, have to say."
Allô.
Olá a todas e a todos.
Kairata.
Bonjour à tous.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Ciao a tutti, buongiorno.
Salve.
Allô Nathalie?
Oui, Clara?
Bonjour Nathalie, comment vas-tu?
Très bien. Et toi?
Très bien. Dis, tu as entendu, aujourd'hui c'est le premier jour de Day of Giving.
Ah non, c'est quoi?
Day of Giving, c'est un jour où les personnes peuvent donner des dons pour les étudiants, les programmes et les départements de l'Université de Californie à Fresno State.
Mais je veux participer. Combien est-ce que je dois donner?
Tu peux donner ce que tu veux à partir de $10. Va sur le site dayofgiving.fresnostate.edu et n'oublie pas de sélectionner ou le programme de français ou le département de Modern and Classical Literatures and Languages.
Ah, très bien. Je vais le faire tout de suite.
Super, moi aussi, je m'y mets tout de suite.
Excellent.
À bientôt.
À bientôt. Au
Au
revoir.
revoir.
Bitte spenden Sie $10.
Vielen Dank. Auf Wiedersehen.
Per favore, donate $10.
We hope that you can support us and contribute $10 to our programs on Day of Giving. Thanks.
Wale.
Au revoir.
À bientôt.
Até já.
Kairete.
Guten Tag.
Ciao, arrivederci.
Between the Maple entrance to Fresno State and the Satellite Student Union sits the Armenian Genocide Monument. Every year on April 24th, thousands gather in remembrance of the 1915 arrest of Armenian intellectuals and leaders by the Ottoman Empire, which started a genocide in which 1.5 million Armenians were killed. About 50 to 60 students receive aid through the Armenian Studies program, totaling more than $70,000 in scholarship and grants annually. In a recent article on the College of Arts and Humanities blog, we sat down with 4 of these students to see how these gifts impacted them. If you would like to read more, you can find a link in the chat.
In an interview with Fresno State alumna and recent UCLA PhD recipient Kaylin Rodriguez, she said, quote, "I love that art is something that humans do not need to do for survival, yet for some reason it is one thing all peoples throughout the history of the world have engaged in and still engage in today. I think it is one of the many beautiful things that help us express ourselves and connect to others." The Department of Art and Design provides cutting-edge experiences that prepares graduates for creative careers in their field of specialty. Let's take a look. Blanca de Villa Delgado, this year's Dean's Council Scholarship recipient, said a reward is not just for her, but for her family. This is the power of your Day of Giving generosity. Even a small amount, once per year, when combined with your generous friends, family, and the community, can change lives and ultimately make our society a better place. Among some of our most successful alumni, communication majors find careers in a variety of fields, including nonprofit agencies, government, politics, and large private and publicly owned companies, just to name a few. Wherever spoken word and precise speaking is valued, communication majors find opportunity. Let's meet some of these alums.
I'm Dr. Kevin Macy Ayotte, professor and chair in the Department of Communication at California State University, Fresno. I am proud to introduce you to 2 of our graduates who are using their training and skill in communication not only to improve their own futures, but perhaps more importantly, they are using their degrees to improve our local communities. Salvador Solorio Ruiz, upon graduating from Fresno State with his bachelor's degree in communication in 2019, decided to return to his hometown of Delano to help build it up. By November 2020, he was on track to winning a seat on the Delano City Council. Sal, in his own words, says that his degree in communication has assisted me every step of the way. I utilize communication not only during my city council forums, but also when canvassing, listening to the rhetoric the community would utilize when describing the crisis that they are facing. And I owe my successes to all my CSU Fresno professors who became strong mentors. Ursilio Lacaze graduated from Fresno State with her Master of Arts graduate degree in communication in 2011. She is currently the Director of Marketing and Community Development at the Central California Blood Center. The Central California Blood Center provides blood and blood products to nearly 30 hospitals and their network of facilities in the 5 counties they serve. Over 5,000 pints of blood must be collected each month in order to meet the needs of this population. Ursilio sees a connection between strong communication strategies and an increase in blood donor traffic. In her own words, "My education has more than adequately equipped me to accurately understand and fine-tune how people interact with our brand and one another as they consider whether or not they want to become blood donors. My skills in persuasive communication, intercultural and organizational communication have all played a role in making me better equipped to more effectively write campaigns that make it possible for the Blood Center to meet and often exceed our donor recruitment goals. This results in lives saved, which, in the end, is the most impressive thing any of us on my team can do. We are very proud to see our next generation of leaders drawing upon what they have learned from the Department of Communication at Fresno State as they forge bright futures for their communities in the Central Valley.
And now we come to my area, the Department of Theater and Dance. Whenever you watch TV, a movie, or go to a musical, your entertainment is provided by theater artists. Samantha Ramos, who received a scholarship funded in part by your Day of Giving donations, said, quote, "My mom raised me to always believe that there are kind people, and I am incredibly honored to have received this generous gift. I'm eternally grateful." Here's what more of our students say about their passion for theater and the Theater and Dance Department.
Hi guys, my name is Christian Joshi.
I'm Sunshine DeCastro.
Hello, my name is Cecilia Cantu.
My name is Tyler Murphy.
I'm Juanita Mendez, and I am a theater arts major, emphasis in acting, and this is my senior year.
This is my third year at Fresno State, and I'm a theater arts acting emphasis major.
I'm a sophomore, second year, and theater arts design tech major.
I am a senior at Fresno State, and my major is theater arts with an acting emphasis.
I am a theater major acting emphasis, and this is my second year.
Thank you so much to the College of Arts and Humanities Day of Giving donors, especially those who donated to the Department of Theater and Dance. Without your support, we wouldn't be able to put on quality productions on our stages, and I wouldn't be able to learn as much about theater as I have in the past 4 years.
And I'm really thankful for these donations because Fresno State Theater has given me such a platform to thrive as an artist and really develop my taste and my skills.
This department means a lot to me just because it gives me the opportunity to do what I want in life.
The Theater and Dance Department means a lot to me because it has continued to provide theatrical performance opportunities in a new way during these unprecedented times.
The Theater and Dance program means a lot to me because it lets me get to further my education in theater and become the artist I want to be.
Even with COVID-19, this theater has still been bustling with productions in partnership with our MCJ and marketing departments. These productions are carefully approached with all university and health department safety guidelines in place. Be sure to check out our next production, Detroit 67, by Dominique Moroso and directed by Thomas Witt Ellis, from December 4th through 12th. Tickets are available at fresnostate.edu/theaterarts. You can find the link in the chat. Every week, the Media, Communications, and Journalism, or MCJ students, produce a 30-minute news program and other online stories from this TV studio. The experience helps prepare students for the pressures of a news program. Of course, during COVID times, all the newscasts are filmed and produced remotely on Zoom or other online platforms. You can still catch their weekly show on Thursday at 6 p.m. on CMAC or YouTube. Besides the broadcast and digital journalism programs, MCJ also has degrees in advertising and public relations and film and media arts. MCJ students created a short video to tell us why they love their department. Here's the MCJ chair, Betsy Hayes, to tell us more.
Hi, Betsy Hayes here, chair of MCJ, and we invite you to support us during Day of Giving because we are a department that encourages students to share thoughts like this.
I love MCJ because we get to tell stories and connect with others.
I really enjoy Fresno State's MCJ program because it's a great community to learn how to write and how to develop your editing skills, especially in this class.
I love MCJ because the staff and faculty are super supportive.
And the reason I love MCJ is because I feel I'm receiving a remarkable education.
I love MCJ because MCJ cares. MCJ is always there for you.
My favorite thing about the MCJ program is probably its variety.
And we love MCJ because
our amazing faculty and staff is always there for us.
And all the professors at MCJ has been very accommodating to my schedule, especially because of the time difference that I'm facing.
And I love MCJ because I have had other majors, but I never felt welcome until it was that I joined the MCJ department.
I enjoy that the curriculum challenges me to think on my feet.
And I love MCJ because as a journalist, I'm able to use my voice as an outlet for others who may not be able to use their own.
My favorite thing about MCJ is the fact that we have so many networking opportunities.
I like MCJ because it's a really supportive community. Everyone's tied together.
What I love about MCJ is just the faculty and staff there. They care so much about the well-being of students.
I love MCJ for the great opportunities.
I love MCJ because of the professors.
I love MCJ because journalism is important.
I love MCJ because of the learning experiences.
I love MCJ because of the diversity.
I love MCJ because we're a little family.
MCJ cares and MCJ wants you to succeed.
MCJ student Tony Salazar is this year's Dean's Council Scholarship recipient. Tony has an incredible story which we posted on the College of Arts and Humanities blog. You can find the link in the chat. Linguistics is the study of the human capacity for language. Language is a defining characteristic of the human species, and without it, there would be no civilization, no culture, no scientific or technological development. Some recent linguistics graduates are working at the forefront of technology at companies such as Facebook and Google as they work on speech recognition applications. However, as Dr. Brian Avagiani explains, the department is also looking to the past as they work to document the local Chukchansi Yokuts language with generous support from the Pikyani Rancheria.
Hi, my name is Brian Agbayani. I'm from the Department of Linguistics, and I'm a member of the Indigenous Languages Group. The Indigenous Languages Group is a group of students and faculty who work on documentation and revitalization of Indigenous languages of the Americas. What you're about to see is a short video produced by our Chukchansi Language Documentation and Revitalization Project, and it's the story of how the stink bug became black. And it's narrated by Chukchansi tribal elder Holly Wyatt, with illustrations by Jamie Boley, who's a Native American student from Art and Design. Please enjoy the story. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support.
Skunk and the Stink Bug. Hawt me siksika lemek ata. Sok hemichta orsto wa au shoiho. Me in ama panata siksika. Wodika wilta sok. Namich wodika me in gedweyak orsto hatim ta sok. Me in ama sok utuita siksikan orsto. Wa henel adil siksikat urunta. Wa ama adil ama oshit shapinta. Me in ama siksika tishta mejin mi lemeqam. My hudan haut me royal siksika. Da Tolunda.
This is the Philip Levine room in the Henry Madden Library, a room that houses the late U.S. Poet Laureate's private library and commemorates one of the pillars of poetry. It's also a nice, quiet room to study and think as you overlook the Peace Garden.
During last year's Day of Giving, the English department raised funds for the Meredith Barasa Martinez Prize for Social Justice Writing. Now, we will hear Esmeralda Gámez read her winning poem and tell us why she is grateful for your generosity on Day of Giving.
My name is Esmeralda Gámez. I'm a third-year poetry student in the MFA program for creative writing here at Fresno State. So this prize was created in honor of Mia Barraza Martinez, who passed away a year before she was about to graduate from the MFA program. She was very into social justice, anything having to do with the immigrant community, and I was able to receive that prize, which was a great honor. I saw her read a couple of times. I never got to meet her, so knowing that I won a prize that would have meant a lot to her means a lot to me. So to me, social justice means being able to work together to make our communities better, and also to work out through some of the problems that have been happening systemically and through the generations. which is something that's very important to me and was very important to Mia as well. So this is the poem that I wrote for the Mia Barraza Martinez Prize in Social Justice Writing. It is called Mother. Mother, let me document your story. Document 3 times on dry earth your story. Once with the water you had to ration. Once with sweat from your soaked back when the sun glared down at you as you ran. At last, let me document on fertile ground with the tears you shed when I first asked of your crossing. Let me document your memories of all the shack-like homes and unpaved roads you left behind. The stories I need anthologized are the ones you cannot write to me. But before there were books, there were songs. Sing to me your crossing. Let me record it onto my memory. Let me sing your pilgrim song when you are gone.
Thank you, Ceci. Day of Giving funds also helped Mary Sosa, a graduate student with a focus on rhetoric and writing studies. As a recipient of the Dean's Council Scholarship, which is funded in part by funds from Day of Giving, she expressed her gratitude with this quote by Coretta Scott King. "The greatest of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members." If the College of Arts and Humanities is the heart of Fresno State, then the Peace Garden is its soul. This space holds statues of the great civil rights leaders of the world and is a wonderful place to sit in the shade and meditate. The Philosophy Department at Fresno State not only houses the Ethics Center and the Religious Studies and pre-law programs, but it is also at the forefront of interdisciplinary and online teaching techniques. Let's take a look.
The Philosophy Department is home to engaging professors that teach courses on logic, critical thinking, religious studies, world religions, peace studies, consciousness studies, political philosophy, philosophy of science, metaphysics, epistemology, and ethics. And they will talk to you about things like this.
Can you step in the same river twice? Can you?
No.
No. And yes, at the same time, it's that we're constantly changing. It really creates that appreciation for what we are right now, this moment.
Our degrees and programs prepare students to think critically and become engaged in a complex world. The department offers the philosophy major with pre-law and religious studies options to minor in philosophy, peace and conflict studies, and Middle East studies, and certificates in peace building and mediation, and social justice and social change.
And that brings us to our final stop, the Dean's Courtyard and the Dean's Gallery. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the College of Arts and Humanities. Before we send it back to Interim Dean Chapman and Interim Associate Dean Laporta, I would like to point out that your gift could be the difference between a student attending college or not. The difference between a student having access to required supplies or not. The difference between a student attending a conference or not. When you add these up and consider the positive influence these students will have in our community and society as they graduate, the impact is staggering. Where else can a donation of as little as $10 make such a big difference? Let's send it back to Interim Dean Chapman and Associate Interim Dean Laporta.
Miguel, thank you so much for that wonderful tour of our college. What an inspiration. In addition to our 9 departments and Armenian Studies program, we also have 4 remarkable centers and institutes that broaden our students' perspectives and connect them with the community. The Center for Creativity and the Arts, the Ethics Center, the Institute for Media and Public Trust, and the Portuguese Beyond Borders Institute. All 4 of these centers and institutes value your support and attendance at their events.
Here today, please visit Day of Giving, D.o.G, fresnostate.edu. You will also find the link in the chat.
The minimum donation is just $10 or less than 2 pumpkin spice lattes at Starbucks. And look what a difference it makes in our students' lives, who then go out and become the heart of our community. Regardless of whether or not you donate, we would like to thank you for your support. It's a true blessing to have such passionate supporters who really love the arts and humanities.
Thank you, everyone. For more about the College of Arts and Humanities, please visit our blog at fresnostatecah.com or Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Fresno State CAH.
Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We very much look forward to the day when we can all gather again in person. And we hope that you have a lovely day. Take care.